Hi folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. Yeah, so I thought I'd throw the turnouts on and the pack just to add a little bit of difficulty to this morning's walk. And for those of you fire service guys and gals, no, I'm not wearing the boots. I don't hate my feet that much. Just wearing regular walking shoes. But it's a good way to, it's like wearing a 60-pound sauna. You know, not only the weight, but it just holds all the heat in. So it's a good way to exercise, folks. Do you see all the, I hate to even say this. It irks me, it disgusts me to even mention this. But the White House is at it again with basically destroying whatever kind of, I don't know, that's left there. Kamala Harris invited some, I don't even know who they are. I don't care who they are. But these gay guys, men dressed in dresses, all frolicking around and giggly and everything. And they did some little photo op thing at the press room, you know, where the White House press room is. You know, when I see that kind of stuff, there's a lot of things that go on in my head of the repulsiveness of it and everything. But I also wonder, what are our enemies thinking when they see that? What does Putin and Xi Jinping and Kim Jong-un and all the others, what are they thinking when they see that? Did they just see us as being weaker than we are, or maybe, who knows? I don't know. It's disgusting. And it's just shows where we are in this world and where America, how far America has fallen. Other news, Putin and Kim Jong-un met yesterday. And Russia and North Korea has signed a new agreement that they have pledged basically mutual assistance to each other in any type of war. And Russia is considering giving North Korea some long-range missiles. Now, a lot of this is in response to America's more direct involvement in Ukraine. But it's also possible that this is just another thing getting ready for World War III. There's been so many indicators, and I know there's so many people that want to believe that it's either not going to happen or that it's years and years away. But there are so many things going on right now that are indicating that it's not that far away. You know, I said, was it yesterday or the day before, that there are reports in mainstream news, and not just in the United States, that the military-industrial complex, the military-industrial businesses, companies that build all the weapons and stuff, that they are frantically recruiting new employees at a rate not seen since this Cold War. There's reports of, not just in the United States, but everywhere pretty much, that the manufacturing of military arms has it's like someone hit the, nitrous button and it's in overdrive. This is a good sign. Just this week we learned that the U.S. House and the U.S. Senate are trying to change the rules and laws on selective service so that every male is automatically part of selective service. You don't have to go. I remember when, my dad took me down, and it was a proud moment. That's back when there was pride in serving your country. My father was in Vietnam, and we went down and did my selective service stuff. Now you don't have to do that. Well, at least once this finally passes. They're also saying that women will be required to register for the draft. That's never happened in the United States. That's brand new. We're watching so many things happen. Just this week, well, there's been the reports of the nuclear sub in Cuba, down around Florida, and then there was another one, another Russian nuclear sub that popped up over in England off their coast, and then a Chinese sub popped up near Filipino waters. And so, you know, you could make the argument that these are just normal things that are happening. This is normal, you know, maneuvers and stuff like that. But you could also make a case that this is more intense saber rattling that we're seeing. And all of this stuff that's kind of coming together, the F-16s in Ukraine, and how Russia is reacting to that, and the fact that NATO is very directly involved when it comes to those F-16s, of flying them, of housing them, the bases they fly from. We're watching, I believe, we're watching the whole world just gear up for war. And the general sentiment, according to what the internet is saying, the general sentiment of most of the people around the world, most of the average citizen, is they get it. They get it. They understand. They see that this is happening. In America, most people are still asleep at the wheel. They've still, you know, acting like nothing's going on, and you know, it's just, everything's just normal. We gotta, you know, twirl our flags because it's Pride Month or something ridiculous that's on TV or whatever. And I think it's because the dumbing down of America, the chemical castrations of American males, the psychological operations in this country have gone, well, they're pretty successful. I think that's what they've shown. And because of that, I think America is gonna maybe hurt the worst. Doesn't mean that we're gonna lose a war. It doesn't mean that militarily we will be greatly defeated. But I think our society, America itself, will face great turmoil, great sorrow, because we have so much further to fall than the rest of the world. And we have to be prepared for that. That's really, I think, one of the most important things that we can gear ourselves up for, is that our society, our culture is going to take such a hit. People are so unprepared, especially mentally. Especially mentally. People just, the average American just cannot wrap their head around what's going on, or how to prepare for it. It's interesting, there are people that probably in the back of their heads, they realize they need to get prepared, but they're not. They're not, because they want to believe that everything's okay. They want to believe that the government's there to take care of them, and that nothing can touch America. We're too big to fall, that kind of thing. And they're going to be in for a rude awakening. There's going to be a lot of people that just, I don't think they're going to be able to handle it. I mean, they'll just basically lose their mind. And so, you know, when folks like us sometimes joke about the zombie apocalypse, that's really what it's going to be, because you're going to have a lot of people that have been doped up on prescription medications and endured psychological operations and chemical castrations and chemicals in their foods and everything else, and then their whole world falls apart. It's going to be bad. So we need to get ready for that. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. It's not just because, you know, there may be some Chi-Coms parachuting out of the sky in the backyard of your school next to you or something like that, or the food supply shuts down. Yes, those are real things, could happen and are important. But I'm talking about the average American just losing it and behaving really, really badly. And Americans already, especially in big cities, high population areas, are already behaving badly. Imagine what it's going to be like when that rug of safety and normalcy gets ripped out from underneath them. Yeah, that's what we need to be ready for, folks. It's been said many times, and I've said it myself, that the biggest danger we face isn't necessarily government or technology or any of that kind of, the biggest danger we face is just other people. And you need to be prepared for that, folks. It's time to get your houses in order and to prepare yourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video. All right, I've hung out long enough in this shady area. Now it's on to some workout and training.